Hey ladies, I am going to show you really quick how to do this eye look using Eye Palette 3. That's kind of the cooler colors. And this palette has a slew of different colors. I love them and they all complement each other, so it takes the guesswork right out. To make some mattes and shimmers, and I love that too. So I have already primed my eye with eye primer. That helps keep your makeup set. It doesn't move throughout the day, and it's exactly where it's supposed to be the whole day long. So that's awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to use my liner shader brush. This is kind of like a small paddle, and I'm going to grab the color Flippin'. That's like the lighter of the two. So if you are using different kind of products at home, it's going to be your lighter of your two, whatever colors you're using. So I'm going to tap this on. Oops, I forgot to do this. So important. You are going to want to, when you get any kind of a loose powder or even a pressed powder, you want to tap off the excess, and when you go to put it on your eye, you want to pat it on. That motion of back and forth is actually what helps to get particles collected in the corner, the inner corner of your eye, as well as off to the outer corner, off to the side over here. And that's when you go to wipe it off and it kind of smudges, and then you either look like a raccoon or a black eye or whatever. So we try to avoid that. So I'm going to grab a little bit more, tap, tap, tap. And you can see this is a really light purple, like I was saying. And this one has a little bit of a shimmer to it as well. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this same brush, and I'm going to grab the darker of the two purples. This one's called Cheeky, and this is also a little bit of a shimmer. I'm going to grab just a little bit of that, tap, 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 and I'm going to focus on the outer corner of my eye, the outer V. And I'm just going to go down like this. And I'm not going to bring it up too high because when I blend, it'll blend out a little bit. And if you go too high with the darker color especially, it's hard to blend that out. So I'm going to take that and then I'm just going to bring it in a tiny bit. I don't want to go too far in because, as I was mentioning before, you don't want to do dark too far in the inner corner of your eye because that's supposed to be a lot brighter. The next thing I'm going to do, so I'm going to take this actually, the same brush, and I'm going to try to blend that just a little bit. Not a lot, because I'm going to do that more at the very end when I'm finishing the look off. And remember, I don't want to carry it too high because I want to be able to blend, and I don't want it super dark way high. So you can see it's already starting to, I have kind of a shadow on my face. It's already starting to blend out a little bit. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a crease brush and I'm going to grab this color Ecstatic. And this is kind of like a rosy gold, maybe more of a gold. Tap it off, and I'm going to focus right here on my eye because this is a shimmer, and it's really awesome because then the light catches that part of your eye and it kind of highlights it. You can see it on this eye. It's already kind of being highlighted right there. And it's not a lot, just a little bit goes a long way. Then what I'm going to do is you can either use this same brush if you don't have another brush. I have two of these, so I'm going to grab my other one. And I'm going to get this color Tickety right here. And it's like a mauve-y pink. It's really light. I never thought I would like this color, and I really do. Tap it off. And I'm going to put this in my crease. And then I'm going to use it to kind of blend out. And then I'm going to go in with this color. Using a sponge, I'm going to grab this color Smitten. And this is what I'm going to use to really highlight the inner corner of my eye. Tap off any, and I'm just going to put it right here just to kind of brighten that area up a little bit. And I'll bring it up just a little bit, not a lot. Okay. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Deluxe brush, and that's kind of like a puffier, fluffier type brush. And I'm going to get this color Determined. And this is a matte. And so then I'm going to use this color right under my brow, and I'm going to kind of bring it down. And if any of the colors, if I'm not happy with what they look like, there really are no rules, you guys. So if you want to add something or you don't like how it looks, you can always go back and add it. I think it's easier to make things darker than it is to make them lighter. So I tend to use less of the darker colors, and I'll go back in and I sometimes will add with those than with the lighter ones. And I might even grab a tiny bit of that Smitten for up here too. Then I'm actually going to go back in with this color Tickety, that mauve. Tap it off, and I'm just going to lightly go in that crease just to kind of give it a little bit more of that color. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my liner shader brush, the liner side, and I'm going to spray it with our rose water. And this is going to turn any color in our palette into its own liner that matches perfectly. And I'm going to use actually the color Peppy, which is that true black. It's a true black. And I'm going to, I've got it on there. And since the rose water is on there, it actually makes it kind of like a paste. And this creates the perfect liquid liner. And I'm just going to follow my lash line. And just a kind of tiny little wing. I have just a little wing over here. I'm going to get a little bit more for the bottom. And then, if you wanted to, you could take kind of that crease brush and you could grab any of those lighter colors like Determined or Flippant or Tickety, whichever color you wanted to pull out, and you could use that to smoke out the bottom. I didn't do any smoking out today on either of my sides, but that's totally something that you could do. To finish this look off, I would put Pristine in my waterline and then my mascara, and I would be done. So again, that was just a quick little look using Eye Palette 3. That's kind of the pinks and purples. If you ladies have any questions, please let me know, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.